Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IAS. So today we'll be starting with a new chapter, that is ratio and proportion. So this is the first video, that is introduction of it. Okay, let's get started. So first thing is, what is ratio and what is proportion? What do you think? What is ratio? So ratio is basically a way of comparison of two or more quantities. This is ratio. Now, if you talk about proportion, so ratio as in, for example, like milk and water. So let's say milk and water is in ratio 3:1. Correct? A, B and C have money in the ratio 1:2:3. So this is what? This is a comparison of how much money does A, B, C have with respect to each other. For example, according to this, you can see that if A has 1 rupees, then C will have 3 rupees. That is, C has 3 times the money that A has. Similarly, B has 2 times the money that A has. So like this it goes. So this is comparison of 2 or more quantities. This is ratio. What is proportion? Proportion is basically equality of ratios. Proportion is equality of ratios. For example, A by B is equals to C by D, like this, is equals to E by F, like this. So when you are equating ratios like this, then it is called proportion. Got it? Ratio and proportion. Now, once you get this, then we will see first, how do you, if some ratios are given to you and then combined ratio is asked, how do you find them? Okay. Now, see this. Now, see what you can do with a ratio. Just see that first. So, if ratio A by B is equals to C by D, then will this be also equal to K1 by A, K1A into K1B? Do you think they will be equal? Correct? They will be equal. Why? Because K1 and K1 will cancel out. Correct? Similarly, I can also write K2A by K2B, because K2 and K2 will cancel out. Correct? Now, see another thing. So, if A by B is equals to C by D, can I write this equal to A plus C upon B plus D? Can I write this? Now, some students feel that you cannot write like this. Now, the truth is that if what you are seeing here is 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4. When there is equality, then you can simply add it. Why? Let's say you just add them. So it becomes what? 1, 2, 2, 4. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. What you get? 3 by 6. Again 1 by 2. So you are getting equal values. So when they are equal, then you can add the numerators upon addition of denominators. It will even hold for 3 or more ratios. Does not matter. All of them, if you will add, you will get the same ratio. Now, this you get. Now, if I apply the same logic here, what I get to? These two ratios are equal. That means their sums, if I create different sums using it, then they also will be equal. So it becomes what? It becomes K1A plus K2A upon K1B plus K2B. This is also equal to all of them. Okay, where K1 comma K2 cannot be equal to 0. K1 comma K2 cannot be 0. Correct? Why it cannot be 0? Because if they are 0, then this does not hold. Because 0 by 0 is not defined. Understood? So K1, K2 is not 0. If some ratio is given to you as A by B is equals to C by D, it is equivalent to K1A plus K2A upon K1B plus K2B, where both of these are not 0. Understood? Fine. Now, let's move forward. Now, learn about something else that is called combined ratio. Combined ratio. Now, what is combined ratio? So see, Sometimes in questions, they will give you two different ratios. For example, they will give you A ratio B is, let's say, 1 ratio 2 and B ratio C is 3 ratio 4. If this is given to your question, to you in the question, and then they will ask A ratio B ratio C is equal to A ratio B ratio C is equals to what? So what you will do? Now the basic logic is, what is common between both of them? What is common? B is common between both of them, AB and BC. Now if I had a singular value or same value for B in both, here corresponding to B I have 2, here corresponding to B I have 3. Now if I had similar same values corresponding to B, then I would have written the ratios directly, but I don't have it. So I will first try to create it. So it becomes what? A by B, A ratio B is A by B is equals to 1 by 2 and B by C is equals to 3 by 4. So what I will do? I will multiply this with 1. 1 in the form of 3 by 3 and here 1 in the form of 2 by 2. So basically multiplying 3 here and 2 there. Now what I get? I get A by B is equals to 3 by 6 and here I get B by C is equals to 6 by 8. Understood this? 6 by 8. Now can I write A ratio B ratio C? Yes. Now I can write A ratio B ratio C. How? So B is 6 in both. So I've put B first, that is 6. Now if B is 6, what is the value of A? What is the value of A? When B is 6, A is 3. When B is 6, C is 8. So what you get? 3, 6 and 8. Understood? So 3, 6 and 8 is the final ratio. This is one way of finding out combined ratio. But we won't be always doing it like this. You understand? This is the core concept, that you are using the one which is common in both of them as the base and then writing the same things on this side and that side. Correct? Now let's see another method of doing the same thing. Let's take the same question. So A ratio B is equals to 1 ratio 2, B ratio C is equals to 3 ratio 4. Now see another method of finding this. A ratio B ratio C I need to find. So what I'll do, whatever is given in the question, I'll write it as it is, just below it. So this becomes what? A ratio B is 1 ratio 2. B ratio C is 3 ratio 4. So this becomes 3 ratio 4. Understood? Now just see the repetition. How many times one is getting repeated? So now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this place is blank and this place is blank. Now whatever is in their neighboring place, you fill it with that number only. So what is there in its neighbor? For this one, what is in its neighbor? 2. So you put here 2. Then what is in its neighbor? 3. So you put here 3. That's it. Now you just multiply all of them. This into this, this into this, and this into this. So 1 into 3 is 3. 2 into 3 is 6. 4 into 2 is 8. And this was same as the earlier answer. Understood? So 3 ratio 6 ratio 8 is what you get. Process is what? You first write whatever is given. A ratio B was given, B ratio C was given. Then whatever blanks are left, you fill it using their neighbors. Simple? Okay. Now let's do a bit bigger problem of this. Okay. So let's say 3, 4 are given to you. For example, A ratio B is 1 ratio 2. B ratio C is 3 ratio 4. And let's say C ratio D is again 2 ratio 1. That's it. Correct? So there are 3 more, any more may be given. Now you are asked A ratio B ratio C ratio D. This you need to find. Now if this you have to find, what you have to do? Understand. Same way we will go. So this is 1:2. Next is 3:4. Next is 2:1. Correct? Now, whatever is, I have to fill these neighboring places. So how will I fill the neighboring places? Just whatever is in the neighborhood. So I have blank here, but I have 2 here. So I will fill it with 2. Now, some people may face problem if they try to fill this part first, because there is nothing in neighbor. Nobody is neighboring it. So first we fill these ones which clearly have a neighbor. So this is 2 and this D also becomes 2, because now D also has a neighbor, that is 2. Now here I fill 3 as it's the neighbor, 4 and neighbor is 4. Now here again this I cannot fill directly, but this I can fill because it has a neighbor of 2. So this is 2 and now this also becomes, the neighbor is 2. So this also becomes 2. Now I just multiply all of them. So 1 into 3 into 2, 3 2s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 2 4s are 8, 8 2s are 16 and 4 2s are 8. This is what you get. But you can still cancel out something out of them. Correct? Do you see anything in common between them? Yes. So basically this is 3, then 6, then 8, then 4. Now is there anything else common? Anything else that is still common between them? No. Some people do what? They leave 3 as it is and then they divide this also, these 3 also by 2. But that is wrong. It must be dividing the entire ratio. Otherwise you cannot cancel it out. So do you see any common factor in all of them? No. Other than 1, there are no common factors. So 3, 6, 8, 4. This is the final answer. This is how you calculate combined ratio. Okay, got it? Then there is another thing. Sometimes they give it in proportion form. So understand how you write these also. So what it says? This says 2a is equals to 3b is equals to 4c. You need to find the ratio of a, b, c. So how do you do them? So see, this is 2a is equals to 3b is equals to 4c. Now one method can be, I'm just giving you a hint and then leaving. I can do it like a by b. I will send b here and I will send 2 here. So a by b is equals to 3 by 2. Similarly, b by c is equals to 4 by 3. Now if I give you a by b and b by c, can you find a ratio, b ratio, c? Yes, this is what you learned. A ratio b is given, b ratio c is given, then a ratio, b ratio, c is what? So that you are able to find. Simple. So that process is still valid. Now we'll learn another process that we generally use for equality or proportion cases like this. Now understand. See, what you have to do is very simply you equate it to whatever is their LCM or the product of these numbers. So LCM of 2, 3 and 4. What is the LCM? 2, 3 and 4. LCM is clearly 12. Correct? So LCM is 12. If you are trying to find LCM, think in terms of the largest number and take its multiple. 4. Is it divisible by 2 and 3? No. So that is not the LCM. Next, move to 8. Is 8 divisible by 2 or 3? No. Correct? So then move forward. So next is 12. Is 12 divisible by 2 and 3? Yes. So 12 becomes LCM. So 12 is LCM. Then what you get? You get the values. So A is equals to 12 by 2, that is 6. B is equals to 12 by 3, that is 4. And C is equals to 12 by 4, that is 3. So these are the 3 values that you get. Now it is asking you the ratio of A, B, C. So it will be what? 6 ratio, 4 ratio, 3. That's it. Simple. Understood? Simple. So 6 ratio, 4 ratio, 3 is what you will get as ratio of A, B and C. Just by writing here whatever you may feel is the LCM or the product of the numbers. Now let's do one more like this. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, now it says what? Same process will follow. 7A is equals to 8B is equals to 5C. Next, I would equate it to what? If I can find an LCM, otherwise as you can see, they don't have any common factors, just multiplication of all three of them. 8 5s are 40. 40 into 7 is 280. 280 you get. Then what is the value of A? A is equals to 280 by 7, that is 40. B is equals to 280 by 8, that is 3 times it will go 24, and then 4 will remain with 40, it will go 5 times 35, and C is equals to 280 by 5. So this goes 5 times, 3 will remain, with 30 it will go 6 times. So what you get? 56. So answer for A ratio B ratio C becomes 40 ratio 35 ratio 56. That's it. This is the final answer. There is nothing in common between them that you can cancel out. Understood? Must be common in all three of them. So this is the first part, that is the very basic part of ratio and proportion. What are they and how you make combined ratios. Understood? That's it for this video.